Welcome, students. Today we'll start with the second chapter on the grasshopper and cricket. Now, this is a poem which is written by John Keats, who was a British poet. On the Grasshopper and Cricket was first published in the year 1817, and it remains one of the Keats' most loved poems. It has 14 lines, which qualifies it as a sonnet. A poem which has 14 lines is called a sonnet. Every poet has been inspired by nature, and John Keats was no exception. He was a keen observer of his surroundings, and even the smallest of insects didn't escape his attention and admiration. Now, On the Grasshopper and the Cricket is a poem which is based on nature. Now, when we talk about nature, what are the pictures that come in your mind? Obviously, you think of all the things which make the world so beautiful: the birds, the creatures, animals, trees, forests, rivers, hills, waterfalls, and everything which make this world so beautiful. All right. Now, grasshopper. Now, what is a grasshopper? Grasshopper, is a greenish kind of insect which hops around in the grass. You must have seen it. And the cricket is also a creature which you can hear in the evenings and at night when you are walking by the bushes and the hedges. You can hear the sound of the cricket also. So you must have seen both these insects. I'll read the poem. The poetry of earth is never dead. When all the birds are faint with the hot sun and hide in cooling trees, a voice will run. The poetry of earth. The poet is saying the poetry of earth. The poetry of earth means the song of nature is never dead. You can always hear the songs of the birds, the sounds of animals, the sounds of waterfalls, the sound of the blowing of the breeze, the cool breeze, the sound of the leaves and the trees. So the poetry of earth means the song of nature is never dead. It can always be heard when all the birds are faint with the hot sun, when all the birds become absolutely exhausted because of the heat of the sun. They are they become absolutely burned up in the heat and hide in cooling trees. A voice will run. When the heat of the sun increases, then the birds try to hide themselves in the cool shade of the trees, and it is at that time that you can hear some voice. A voice will run from hedge to hedge about the new mown mead. So in the hedges you can hear a sound, a voice from the meadow, from the valley. That is the grasshopper's. He takes the lead in summer luxury. So it is in summer when the heat of the sun is quite intense. It is at that time that you can hear the sound of the grasshopper somewhere in the hedges and the leaves. He takes the lead. He has never done with his delights, for when tired out with fun, he rests at ease beneath some pleasant weed. So he keeps jumping around, enjoying the summer, and when he becomes tired or when he feels hot, he tries to hide himself under in the shade of some weed or tall grass. The poetry of earth is ceasing never on a lone winter evening when the frost has wrought a silence. Now again the poet is saying that the song of nature never comes to an end, whether it is summer or it is winter. Now in winter, when it becomes absolutely very cold and you can feel the frost around, you can feel the snowfall, you can see everything frozen, then even in that time in the evening of winter, when everything is so quiet and it's all so cold all around, on a lone winter evening when the frost has wrought a silence. So because of the cold, because of the snow, because everything freezing around, the nature appears to be silent. It appears that everything is so quiet. From the stove there shrills the cricket song, in warmth increasing ever. So from near the fireplace you can hear the song of the cricket. You cannot hear this grasshopper now. You can hear the song of the cricket from near the fireplace. What is the fireplace? The fireplace is the place where the fire is kept burning and people try to warm themselves. So from there you can hear the sound of the cricket. And seems to one in drowsiness half lost, the grasshoppers among some grassy hill. Now, in a winter evening, when everything is so quiet and people are, trying to keep themselves warm inside their rooms, and they are drowsy, they are feeling sleepy, it is at that time that you can hear the sound of the cricket. And people think that it is the grasshopper which is calling out from among the grass in the meadow, but actually it is not the grasshopper, it is the cricket. So this is how the song of nature, as the poet says, never comes to an end. This is all for today. Thank you.